Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at in the world. Today we have a great message, and I'm just gonna tell you, share this page, get the word out there, help God unite the world, help the Almighty unite the world in truth, because anything else is less. If it ain't about truth, we have no victory. Because to be victorious, you have to be truthful. So, what are you today? Well, greetings to the stream. It's a bitter sweet time. And I say it like that because, we have a time where you have fearful people, with what's going on. Some people are very fearful. So they channel that energy and put it on others. And then you have others that's really confident, really strong, makes it sweet for them, makes it bitter for the one that's fearful. But we're in a time where, man, so much is up on us because with all that's going on, it's so old. It's a very old system we're living in that is just so much conflict, so much destruction. And it's up to us to kind of propel our way out of it in a time like this because no one is sure. You realize it like in history. If you look back in history, this time is just such a time where those that are faithful, strong, and confident will overcome and change the whole course of history. Just like that. I'm talking about old things being in the past and new things uprising, uprising, renewing. These are the things we should be after because guess what? Your future is in your hands. Your destiny is in your hands. What are you creating for your children? Your children, 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 children. Is the same disaster? Or you want something that is more sure and right and even prolong your life into your children, 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 children's generation? Is that the change you want? Or you want to live just like the past and wither away? And that's it. Well, the time is yours to choose to be and reign with God. So share this message, share this stream, get the word out there in front of the masses. Because if we don't put our voice out there and raise up some truth so it could have conviction in this world, for us to move forward, we're going to always be repeating the same cycle. See, truth makes us go forward. The lies, the deception is just a Ferris wheel, or a carousel or a circle, just round and round and round and round and round we go. But we have to go forward with no resentment, no stumbling. But it's up to us again. You have to reshape your future. You have to shape the future that you want. What do you see yourself as? You have to have something that's going to compel people to see you differently or to see you in the character that's worthy, because at the end of the day, you can't just live in vain. That's not a life just to live in vain, to live with no meaning, no morals, no purpose. That's not a life. That's a joyride. Joyride is what we did as a children's, man. Now you're of age or you're mature. Some of us haven't really grown up, if you think about it. Some of us are still under the old law where they're saying mama and papa. Like you're 40, 50, 60 years old and you're still saying mama and papa. This to me is a child, he's a kid. I have to come at the age where you gotta know, I want better for myself. I want a future that's worth living. Because some of us just get up every day and it's complaint after complaint of complaint. You're in a job that you're tired of going, but you're just going because you're not doing anything to change that cycle or to change that direction. You're just going because. Or some might say, it's for my child. I'm doing it for my child. Man, when your child get older, they're not gonna care nothing about what you're doing. Especially if you're not invested in their life. Yeah, you could give them things, but the time is more important than the things. And all the lavish gifts that you give your child, time is what they realize you've spent in their life, not the money you spent. They care nothing about that. But the time you put in them, they'll remember that more than anything that you could give your child. The time, if you don't give it to them, they're not going to be there. So shape your future. Shape what you want to see. You say you want to see goodness. I'm talking for the people that are believers. Again, because you gotta want a different life than what you was brought into. And that's for a believer that want that life. Because you could become the change that you want if you pursue that. It's up to you. And a lot of you think you are different from God. Why is that? Why would you think you're different? Is it because of the stories they paint and tell you that you're not like, when God is actually a spirit that lives in us all? Now, if a spirit lives in us all, it seems like we're one. It seems like there's no difference. It's up to you to how you see yourself. And I'm going to challenge you all. See yourself as God. I mean, this is the first thing you're going to do to overcome. Because if you don't see yourself in the character of truth, you're not going to really overcome. And you're not going to be victorious. Because it starts by having confidence in who you are and what you see yourself as. Because if you look at yourself as a past generation, it's really not that much confidence in that. All has withered away. You are here in this time. You are here right now. What are you going to do with your time? What are you going to govern yourself with? The same old laws that ruled the dead? You want to continue ruling you? You got to make the right change. You got to make the right choice. And again, you want to overcome? You have to see yourself as God. You and God are one. And when I say God, I am talking about the Spirit. I am talking about the Word. This is the truth. And those that love truth will love my words. That I am confident and assured about. Because there's no denying the truth. It's a conviction that will rule the hearts. When I say hearts, I'm talking about the flesh of human beings. It will rule their hearts. Because if you don't convert and see yourself in the spirit, which is a different image than the flesh, then the same chaos falls upon your generation. We got to break that cycle. We got to turn it around for the better. And the time is now. What are you going to do with your time? What are you going to do with your time? Get up every day doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, not getting much results. And I'm not talking about getting a new job or things happening that you want to experience. I'm talking about your identity, your character, your personality, that eternal person that wants to live. Because you are intangible creation, not a tangible creation. You can't get caught in that trap. That is a trap that leads to destruction. It's up to you to free that spirit, which is unlimited. Because that flesh that you're defending is very limited. And it breeds corruption. It breeds failure. You're a living, walking, successful entity that could do so much more than what you give yourself credit for. It's up to you. It's up to you to empower yourself, to stand in truth, to stand in the order that's right, to break the order that's wrong. There's no other way, because you cannot be wrong and think you're doing right and expect change supposed to happen. It doesn't work like that. Change and the course of direction only changes when you're in truth. Because truth, or being true, is the only way forward out of this backwardness. Out of this backwardness. You can't be in an old image. It's not going to work. It didn't work for a past generation. What makes you think you'll get in the future time with a past identity, which is wrong? It won't work, family. Brothers and sisters, we have to unite in a stronger, superior authority. Because no one here is powerless. All of us have the power to change the world for the better. I mean, it becomes where, you people could talk about wanting a better world. But when you actually have the source and all the resources to really make a better world, it's beyond just saying, I want a better world, because you could actually make a better world by creating it, by creating what you want to see and what you want it to look like. It's all up to you. There's no one stopping you from doing that. But again, it has to be done in truth. It's the only way. Because any other way, there will be a fight. There will be a struggle. And we're not a struggle in creation. We're not a physical fight in creation. It's an inheritance to dominate in righteousness, because we have the authority over the land, over the earth. Again, it's up to us. What are you sowing? Again, my time is for you all. And to see yourself righteously is the only way. We can make a better world, a better tomorrow than today. It's up to you. And I challenge you all to see yourself in the image of God. Because there's no other image that's worthy. There's no other thing out there that you could possibly become to inherit or gain any momentum towards the truth, towards the road that many looked forward to. When you have this opportunity right now to inherit what's rightfully yours and rightfully truth, to end the struggle and the sufferation the world faces every day, you could put that behind you if you step in the name of truth. If you unharden your heart and give yourself the opportunity to go after the truth, to pursue something that is so real, that is so overpowering. Oh man, like I say to you, many people say there has never been a greater time than the time they lived in. But I'm telling you today, this time here, the things we will do, man, no one before us could have even imagined the possibility of what can happen if we allow ourselves to be real. I'm talking about real, true to our purpose, our meaning, and our identity of who we are. Everything changes. Everything changes. So share the message. Let us reach the borders and the boundaries that no human being ever fathomed. It's up to us.